saúde mental é importante, no problema saúde mental não existe.
Timor, né? Now aceita kuliah kona-ba saúde mental. Some people just don't know what is saúde mental.
Buka ajuda, tambah kita ne coexist.
Kuliah dia kona, just be nice. Be nicer to yourself.
Pouco tu hakuak on vulnerabilidade.
Timor, né? Now aceita kuliah kona-ba saúde mental. Some people just don't know what is saúde mental is. I feel asa hamo senten asa será kita tem que apar o contexto Timor, I feel. Because tama será maka problema ida jovem bakumalu ni siya tawag. And then that's is a huge issue in Timor right now. Right? Ne tamba ita normaliza tia violência, né? Então, por cento barra como se jovem Timor, né? Usa violência, né? Né adalah reação por ser problema mental, né? Sira liu hela liu asur hela butira. Então, sira lá lata, né? Onde está a reação? Então, se usa violência.
Hasinti ita kuliah dari liu ba jovem em geral. Mas quando ita foco liu com ba jovem em Timor, compara ba nação solo, mínimo tebes ia conhecimento com ba saúde mental nerasi. No saúde mental nerasi kan sa topiko ne bema tabu tebes no eman la kuliah barak ia fating no ia agora ledang ia desenvolve ona like conhecimento itu com ba saúde mental entre jovens sira ia capital nomos balong ia município hasamos Ricardo Diana kata ita se mínimo ia informação no educação com ba saúde mental nerasi. Também dalam dia kita husi partilha informação com a saúde mental nema hansa plataforma sira-ne'e Genji Talk Timor-Leste nomos organização sira nebe na fatin serviço makas hodi pai informação sira com a saúde mental nia. No I'm totally agree with you Ricardo that Timor-Leste jovem Timor ninya problema ne laos de saúde mental. Jovem Timor ne problema nebe barak. Ia aspecto barak faktor barak nebe círculo ka interconexão ba malu nebe mos bele liga mos ba saúde mental.
I think in my circle, yeah, I do have like how tamba the people I think I surround myself with, Zola, I mean you, everybody else, we are all like we're not perfect, we're not like understanding so well about mental health, but ita comprende una kata saúde mental ne importante, no problema saúde mental ne existe. We are already aware that this problem actually exists, and that sometimes we don't really know how to handle it, to be honest, because most of the time ita foti dane hanesang a joke. We think that we can already handle it. The people around us ne comprende na sada makaita sente ita bele sira-ne'e hanesang espaço nebe seguro ma ita hodi kolia ma bela os ema hotu sai espaço nebe seguro ma ita hodi kolia. Sometimes even ita your own family members mas sila comprende saida maka ita sente how we are feeling. And it's also like how I still find it like maybe ema hotu ia processo aprendizagem hela. Like everybody is learning, for me it's like everybody's learning to understand the importance of mental health, and that it is a real problem, and that we should all be aware of it. However, that near stage of understanding another individual and another person is also different. So for me, I don't really put expectations on people. Banghira, I share my story as if I'm feeling depressed or I'm so stressed because of this, because of that. Hauladung sa hatete kata you have to listen to me. You have to how cara to comprende how tamba if we do put those type of expectations, then we're just killing back ourselves. Ansa ita all fali na itaniang ita la ajuda na itaniang. So I do, to be honest, I do have people around me who understand me, who just listen, who are just there. Ansa sila la precisa kolya batruma it, but like me giving them a call is like how kon ansa like all this anxiety ni ansa terlepas na ansa husikana. So I do have that community, and then I'm very grateful that how he community dene, but maybe that community does not really fit another type of sahana colega sira seluk si comunidade dene bele facilita outro colega seluk ni problema mental ruma, like because it really also depends on who you choose to express your feelings and sentiments and your problems to. At the end of the day, ita la bela controlada. So having a group of friends you can vent, it's good and it's important and it's nice. But you also have to ensure that not all the as a espaço or all your friends group are a safe space.
Okay. Thank you, Ella. Ricardo?
Oh, my circle is very diverse. Hay círculo diverso. Círculo de Gen Z, né? Geração de Gen Z, né? Including ela, yourself, used to. We are aware. Tapi Gen Z mus baragos. How you círculo, nema like ita agora, né? Ita aware. We are aware. We talk about it. It's easy for us to talk about it. But for other circle of Gen Z, they don't. When I was there, they don't talk about mental health. Nothing about mental. It's all about something else. Something problema sira-selo, right? So that's very interesting, right? Tambah emototo ni level of understanding ne, it's just different. I don't have hala diang kata ita hatene liyo, but it's just different. I feel like ita niya nene hanesan different. So for our generation specifically, ita na be maka geração ita niya na be maka ladung aware ba iya saúde mental, né? Right? Sila ya problema sila na be maka sila enfrenta. Então, sila hanoi kata problema sila ne both liu saúde problema saúde mental, né? Right? Então sila fokus liu ba problema sila ne. Tapi mahau ni observation, it can be wrong, ya. Maybe usi problema sila ne afeta sila ni saúde mental, and then they have problema mental, right? And then the way sila niya react ne is just different. Different. So I think that, and the saúde aspect of the saúde mental ne, it's in every generation, in every circle that I've been, but it's just I think comunicação, compreensão ne different. Usi fating ida ba fating selo usi ama ida ba na selo, but it's good now ita ya kuliah ni sana para emo tutu bele. I hope emo tutu bele aware of saúde mental no buka tenitan saúde mental. No, ikus bio before like será how nene ये internet ras saúde mental ne everything ne like it's in English. Most of information in English. La pues la os emo tutu ya itania at least hani círculo ne. Los emo tutu ne círculo na tene kuli English.
Right.
Barreira língua ne saya ne some problema bot. Ba di dia comprende con la saúde mental ne. So yeah, it's just interesting life that I have. The circle that I have.
Thank you for sharing that. Ignoro, Lori, un ponto importante con abba è il circolo nebe positivo, no spazio nebe seguro ba ita, o di ita bere fosa ita emoção ka koliane, hanesamos fator importante ida tu cuida ita saúde mental. No Jola Ricardo colheu com a oinsá ema idida ni problema ni lah nesang no tema quando ba saúde mental ni tema ni bima bote bes no interconexão ho problema sira selu but ni bima hawa kara how expecta ba foin-sa'e sira hira ia fating de bere ita kuliah quando ba saúde mental ka ita aprende quando ba saúde mental labi halo self diagnose ba né kata moras mental ou how ia depressão makas ou how ia estresse também makas dalam rumah buatnya simples deh mas tambah ita hanuin dia kata ita iya mak dan ini saya nanti buat dia mak ita iya.
Okay, just to give you context, there are only two psychologists in the entire country.
Exactly. Tambah dan ini mak duduk atas timor dok no menos teves conhecimento que ajuda com a base saúde mental. Tambah ini mak dalam atualmente também dalam rumah mak ita foin-sa'e jovem sira hasoru sofrimento lebih mak liga ho psicologia dalam bar ita lah hatine atubani be no halo saida no dalam ikus nebe mak ita usa mak buat nebe mak ita minha família que é uma vez kita bele halo hanesang sira bele halo ritual sira bele halo tradição sira-ne'e diangkat idane mak hanesang dalam ida ho dikura mas be medicamente ita precisa duni medicamente jovem ida nebe sofre memória mental precisa ter atendimento ba iha saúde mental né saya mak ita precisa halo ka entidades nebe mak ita precisa usa ajuda com a buat sira.
Yeah, I think accessibility currently in the country is not accessible at all. As I'm going, Ricardo, I think we only have two psychologists. Why do we say accessibility ya Timor-Leste susah no laiha? Hausente tambah ita sidauk aprende con a saúde mental. No ita sidauk tahu importancia ba saúde mental. Tambah maka ita sidauk to work so hard towards oinsá for accessibility ba victims of mental saúde mental. Accessibility is expensive. Ita hoto atene kata accessibility ni expensive. I think I'm a victim of, I don't consider myself as a victim, but I'm accessible to, psychology and everything because like how bele selu no how we have resource. Like, you have the resource, but then we also need to think that not everybody have that. But how can we ensure that Emma Hotubele get access to to get help for mental health, saúde mental. Ang sa oinsá dihang ita labele to detach from the current rituals that we have. We also have to put tau importansi ho to usidane. Agora dadang ita here era nebema ka very digitalized and very informative and a lot of research. And we only think that research sira idanema ka sai hanesang resource nebema ka ita precisa hodi usa hodi hetang acesso no be educated and ema sira educated nema ka bele ajuda ita. Sometimes it's also not all about that. It's not all about like ema sira nebema ka iha professionalidade maka bele ajuda ita. Maybe exemplo kigma ema sira nebema ka bele tour hodirona detmos bele ajuda ita. So that is also one part of accessibility that we cannot deny that it does exist. I think the main problem about accessibility is that because we do not know the main root problem and how we can handle it. That is why we do not really know the numbers of possibilities of accessibilities that we have, existing accessibilities that we have in the country. But actually, to be frankly honest, we do have accessibility. We do not, even if we know that professionalism, we do not have that much resource, but ita accessibility.
Ausente, hanya sekata ita yang kata ita problema mental ni akumulação si faktor no faktor barak no na healing process ne mos barak no oin, ya dalam barak no oin. No oin itu kalau kon ba acessibilidade ba saúde mental nia ia Timor ni kontexto nebe hakara focal view mak kontexto nebe mak wan hira ita foin-sa'e sira no ema CD nebe mak sofre una moras mental ka ema depressão difícil ter satu acesso a recursos sira. Mas bem ia kontexto nação selo fácil tebes atu hetang recurso no acesso ba ajuda sira ne. Hanesang exemplo acesso ba psychiater or therapist ia Timor mínimo liu kala iha compara com nação selo linha emergência ba ema mors mental ka ema nebe ema hakara ia depressão nebe ema todang no hoang atau telefone ema ia emergency to sangan sang ne nela iha ne ia Timor sidok iha mai be hanesang ela dia ngona kata meus kadarang atu koldi atu cura ita atu heal itanyaan ni ia dalang oeng dius espaço que quando nebe mai ita iha igreja ritual balong nebe mai ita usa ho di bele hal mai be ita tem kata população Timor iha população nebe mai diverso no barak no ema idida iha nia moras mental nebe mai lahanesang no da rumah acessibilidade para recursos sira-ne'e importante tebes atu iha nia Timor ho di bele ajuda ema sira o targetu população sira nebe mai asa aparho sira aparho recursos nebe mai ema provide tona ia hospital ka ia fatin saide tamane mak how senti how cara glori tópico ida com a acessibilidade healthcare really focus ba healthcare ia Timor.
I think as accessibilidade is service to serviço né o se so the question o se governo governo is the one need to provide a service
that's true
and right and I feel like governo nia plano is not clear even orçamento da saúde mental né tama hoto na moras contagious né that's according to durante a minha advocacy workshop né quando mental health né that coming out from one of the stakeholders saying that state budget né was contagious meaning which is very not true. Saúde mental is not contagious. Or is it contagious?
Saúde mental is like
no, moras mental.
Moras mental are contagious. Mas B ia aspecto que quando balon hanesan stress level bele contagious. Nem be klean científico nem be halo ko rasa
scientifically right, but they thought like it's something that is sa moras na bema bele hadi'a by myself. And so exactly and moras hadi'a ne kam barak to like very então budget ne like state budget ne very divided. Então ature trata de ida nene it just they just don't know how to trata isu de mental ne saúde mental. They just don't know. So if they don't know, if they're not aware, how can we talk about accessibility in the entire country, which is needs to come from the government, the people in the decision-making process, in the people who are sitting here Laranto, and then they sila aware ba they always talk about mental physical health. Ini importante. Tapi mental health na sila foi importante. Then tama na ba iya sila menos accessibilidade ba iya itanya na sound na nasa, right? And then in mind you sila iya fating ida na maka bele nene ba ema ne bele asa centro ida psychiatry center asa basicamente psychiatry center ne ina ba ne nessa otama ba asa oye mo otama ba depois o tem que sair né so se eu for like tempo semana hero tem que sair né também ema se antes esse town which is very sad because healing process takes time. No, don't all of bele. It depends. So, but they have this nene tempo. Pero tama então tem que depois to original né. Ou tem que sair. Ou tem que ser so I just it's a very minimal. It's not only psychologists. It's the facilities, also the medication. Apparently, medication only 2 types of medication, and then but to cover every uh, 2 or 3 types of medication to cover all mental health issues in Timor. Yeah, and then maybe it's just so sad to see all these accessibility factor. Maybe maka we are very lucky in the country.
Obrigado, Ricardo. Então, foram respostas bem macalhau quando ba management saúde ou em geral no dia foco ba saúde mental e a Timor-Leste. Saúde colhe quando ba saúde mental, saúde acessibilidade ba saúde e a Timor-Leste mínimo liután. Satan da colhe quando ba específico tópico quando ba saúde mental ne bem ema lá vai colhe quando ba saúde mental. Buat ne bem Laos ema normaliza colhe quando ba saúde mental. Jadi obrigado tambah Ricardo brought up kona topiko ida kona ba management no budgeting si governo ne bema tem que estar atenção máximo liutan ba sistema qualidade sistema saúde ne bediak no liu foco liu ba atendimento ba ema homoras mental sira.
Sure, I think I can go. I have been through, through anxiety and everything, and thank God I know how to get out my way. So how I did it is that I reach out. Because it's a because I'm already aware of it. Like idanesa hanesang problema. No how atene kata how like here I don't have strength to cope it by myself. So I reach out for help. That is what I usually do. Like we have I'm here psychologist here escola, psychiatrist here escola. You can actually do like appointment, but before that I went through like a lot of testing to just make sure that I'm really okay. This is because how atene katak idane problema, no how reconhece katak how ye problema idane, and I'm not scared and shy about that I have this problem. I just feel like sometimes, most of the times when you go to psychologist in the region and maybe in the country, ema hanuin kala iha problema saúde mental na ita bulak. Ita you don't belong to that that normal people community. How recognece katak I have that weakness and I reach out for help because I needed that help and I need to save myself. So when I realized that I needed that help, I reached out and I seek help. I felt like idane laos buat idane bemaka I should be shy about how thinki moe badane or how thinki how think taka ba maselo katak how ba psychologist. It's like it's not a problem for me to actually tell the world that I go to psychologist. I have friends who sira moe ho dia tete katak sira ba psychologist. Tamba sira sente katak sociedade la fo idane hanesang norma. Like it's not a normal thing to go to psychologist in the society that we are currently living in. So as much as possible, when I go see my psychologist, I actually tell my group of friends that it's not because I'm crazy or I'm harming myself. That's why I go there. It's because sometimes I'm just seeking for a person who can really listen to me, who is just sitting there to like, yeah, I hear you. It's okay to feel the way you're feeling. Pusi kolyeho psychologists and psychiatrists, I also understand and learn how to listen to people and how to accommodate ema sira nebemaka sente hanesan katak mundu hasoru sira. The world is against them. Sometimes when you think that the world is against you, it's because you have so much that is going on your head and you don't know who to talk to. Também maka bangi importante los mai ito hodi buka solução, not solução, but buka ajuda. Tamba ita ne coexist. Something that I learned si Ricardo mas ita coexist. Ita emani asa ita coexist. We are here to actually complete each other. So like la bele moe hodi buka, buka solução, seek help, buka ajuda. Like you're not less of a woman and less of a man if you actually seek for help and buka ajuda usiama seluk.
Thank you so much. That's so beautiful, Ella. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being vulnerable and then sharing your experience. I really appreciate that. Ricardo, yeah, story fun.
Well, I don't. I haven't seen any psychologist. Tambah how ida tambah lagi dunia sesu. Lagi dunia sesu pada how koko tu ko busu mabe lagi rekursu ba atu hetang ida. Mabe sera makahalo maka just asa comprender hanya sentimento. Sera masa sentirane and then aku comprende aku tegane musuh tambah dene. Dene musuh tambah ni how comprende ni trigger sira. Ni nebe maka halo sentimento ne musuh dan haten ni trigger sira haten sentimento depois oinsá maka hasaisibilidade né. Será sentimento ka ansiedade dentro da rumah Richard ela always sempre asa asa rona how ni será feeling sira ansiedade sira na mati ha and tambah idan dan hamu sare kata la osa psychologist ka emang nabi mai tabel kita kuliah ne. Okay, am I audible? Okay.
Yep.
Good. Okay. Los emang nabi mai kita kuliah ne comprende ita, right? Especially seda coming from a different community, coming from or being as Ricardo myself, it's just different, right? I'm not as a typical, in any usual typical portrayed man, or nebe maka será Emma Bella understand. Yeah. So I think with your identity, it also only identidad nebe diferente. Edita aumenta tan pressure, aumenta tan dificuldade ou no struggle sira nebe maka ia para tu acesso para ia recurso sira ne. Daru ma recurso sira ne la comprende isso identidade sira nebe maka diferente nebe ma koi. So I think idane maka saya challenge both don how sempre buka meio shirasi. How to deal how hani emotion no feeling, no sentimento sira ne. Será susah tona atau ita Timor ne ia acesso, right? Dan susah ta acesso para recurso neve maka bele aparo situação emang ida niang neve maka emang ida ni identidade if será ida ne. So nena sa edinta challenge será dificuldade mas ia hanya answer and no ida ta maka será how ia me durante ne apostolo atau hakere então da rumah sa hakere será maka ausente do I think ida ne maka tambah da rumah lai emada ma comprende liu ita do que ita hakere dan lai emada bele rona ita hanesa intenia la pizero buku rona ita if that makes sense. Tambah sira-ne'e lah ia like ibu para tu for resposta minta, right? We just cara depois tá kira. So I think they can be sira bersaita na kolega dia in some cases. Pen and book can be our friend. So
That's a really nice way. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's my experience.
You bring another answers, another perspective that I feel like you share with many young people out there, similar as Ella as well. Ella for ponto nebe kolyo kono ba seeking help. You have to, if you have something, like if you know that you're having issues with your mental health, don't forget to, like, always seek help. And then Ricardo, another part talking about like finding the right people to fit in. Tambah ita ema diverso tebes, jadi da laos emo tutune asa fit ho itania identidade ne bema ita iha. No jornal kami usida ho dia aquele jornal ka halo mil said hanesang most coping mechanism dia ne bema ita bela halo ho di protege itina saúde mental. Ignorou ia perguntas kala ia ignorou processo saúde, like no processo experiência em relação à saúde mental nerasi.
How yeah. I don't know if it's the right question to you. Yes, though. I want to know. No, I want to know if sometimes I also feel like how said how boss ne. I just cannot. I need to do something. I need to always do something. So keep myself busy. Sir. Is it something? Is it some also are psychologist. No, I just feel like
he's a practitioner currently, so he is a good person to ask.
Right. So
my best answer.
Okay. So it just I mean you can cut this.
Having a dialogue.
No, I how can I talk tambah asa bahira how halo serviço ayo puma de. Asa asa some animal like so meaningless, but also at the same time, your body needs rest.
Yeah.
Is it será ita copo ita niya stress ka or it just me just being productive?
I faced that before, and I asked my psychologist. One of the things that tried when something is bothering me that is making me stressful and like having anxiety, I try to be productive. But then the psychologist, the practitioner actually told me that, it's also important for you to feel it. It's totally normal for you to feel it. Like, damn, my life is so meaningless. Well, yeah, meaningless. Good. What else? Like, sit down and process everything through. Because if cover that, try to be just productive and productive and productive. There's also more times for you that you're going to think about that again and again. At that point, you're already sitting down and then thinking that, man, I'm so tired. I'm so like this is not me. I encountered those type of feelings a lot, but I think when you were saying about like how ni livro how ni lapiseira belerona how dia kliu daripada emaseluk, you write it down. The fact that you already know that has problema, like it's something that is bothering you. It's something that is making you feel like this is bothering me. You're already aware of it, but then what is the next step? What did you do the next step? The following step that you take is actually the thing that is helping you to recover that problem. That is what psychologists have to how. Tamba dalam rumah, it just takes step for the sake of taking the step. We're not like analyzing it. It is actually helping us, kalai.
Sounds good. Ella brought a really good answers. Kali kau berhatang ba perguntas niya, karena perguntas, it's always good that like you knowing what sa hatin klean liután kona-ba itanya knowing Importante tebes atu ita la bele halo itanya knowing like barulho que hanoing as a bothering a lot, like thinking a lot about it. Kari Ricardo senti kata idanene as a bothering you, and then I'm not satisfied with that thinking. Then we have to take the step to actually doing something. Maybe buat nebe importante when hira kata idanene bothering ita in terms of negative way. No ita sempre hanoing idanene, no ita si kari Ricardo akara halokwet hanoing idanene, hakara relax. Say Ricardo no objetivo de hakara to relax, hakara to calma. Dalam dahulu nebe Ricardo atau hal ni kita psikologi dia dengan cognitive diffusion. So cognitive diffusion ni dia kata Ricardo acknowledge que reconoce kata Ricardo ia hanoing dene. So then dalam primero ni bema dia liu when here Ricardo ia hanoing ni bema bothering Ricardo. Jadi Ricardo dia oh it's okay that I have this kind of thought. It's okay that I'm feeling kind of like I want to do something. And after you acknowledging that like information in your brain, and then you know that it might come to you, it might say hello kama no hanoing oh dan ini hanoing ni belos ga ni hanoing de enggak hau kar halo fotia sound ni. Until the second step you're taking the step doing into the like reaction to buat memang Ricardo hanoing. Jadi it comes to an emotions, ane somos ho emoção nebe me iha, ane sang exemplo ita stress ka depressão ne larang ka hanoing overthinking babod rumah, no ita hanoing galai, no ita ne emoção ne sa mai hanoing ho emoção ne la nessa ainda. Hanoing boleh trigger by ita ne emoção, no emoção ne sa buat parte kita kira, emoção ne boleh trigger by ita ne ising lorong toma, tambah emoção ninia role ida importante ya emane isingnya mas nia bele fo impaktu positivo ou negativo facilmente when ele tem emoção ne stable kala stable. So ite conhece ite emoção no reconhece ite não é dalam primeiro importante ida no how cara ita uta tenere kata how cara jovem o tutu tenere kata com hira ita ya hanu embara ka ya pressão ne laran ka reação ba environment de bema ita iha aka tenere kata ita emoção ne only last for 90 seconds. Ita emoção ne reação ne 90 segundos de laliu sineda. No niha nesan tasin be mai no ba fali. Jadi acknowledge those emotions and then hug those emotions and live with it, but also don't let that emotions bother you and taking control over yourself. So that's a little bit of tips for that.
I want to ask why are you so interested in Saúde Mentál?
Oh wow. That's a really good question. Like that's a really good question. Should I answer or I'll have other people say?
I just want to know how do you find your passion?
Oh, okay.
Since it's our first episode is the the first episode, and then I think you are the face of this platform. Why I just want to know why are you so passionate about this?
Thank you for saying that. I think I've always interested in humans. How sempre interessante ho ema in geral. How senti idane hanya sang hábito ne bema how lori desse how kikuan. How sempre nonok, how sempre gosta observa ema. How gosta in the more positive way, not in the negative way. How lah ia kolega barak no how kolega how kikuan how ladung ia kolega barak no how gosta no gosta observa ema ni halo sama-sama ema act the way they act. There's many reasons because of I think coming from a child who's like passing through different experiences of life and of mental health itself, and then how senti how ni akumulação how ni experiência problema saúde mental desde que quanto agora ni acumulação no experiência nerasik mas how interessante teve a tu colher com a saúde mental. no how gosta how sempre questiona ema sama-sama ema act the way they act. No, when ir ao serviço e agora dar um serviço, no estuda psicologia, no atende dia klean kona-ba, atende dia kuituan kona-ba psicologia, no se a parte barang memang how cara aprender liután. It's just interesting. It's just interesting to me to see that, oh, this is the way I act. It all makes sense. Tama somehow saya nisang dyan. So, nema kalau said, oh, it's a right hat, it's a right thing that I want to do and I want to work on. How most tahu reconoce kata people change and people like many things and people are very different. No, buat nebe mak ita joven Timor ladung tahu ita na Hanoi ne maka itulah hatinya kata emane diferente. Emane diferente tebes. Even emane be morisia household hanesan ka emane be mak share genético nebe hanesan identical twin tiene reação ba environmento reação ba situação ideal hanesan. Tamane mak importante tebes atu jovem hototu ka ema hototu ema CD molok atu julga ka halo astaun ema ita tama ya environmento nebe mak ka ita halo reflexão molok ita hatete ka halo astaun rumah hasoru ema selu. Tambah as simple as hanesang lefuang. Lefuang ne lefuang nebe ma ita sai daruman ita sai ba ema ne ia livro de ema dihan katak lefuang moris se ema ne ibung no mate ema ne tilo. Mabe lefuang balung la mate ema ne tilo. Lefuang balung survive kas sobrevive ia ema ne hanoing no tamato ema ne fuang. No idanene ne halo no impaktu tebes ba ema ne moris. Tanto idene positivo no negativo. Tamane ma how ema debe me gusta observa, no gusta rona, no gusta hare. Tamane how interesante tebe so ema ne hanoing liu kakutak no emotions. Jadi, but it has a lot of it's a long story about mental health and the journey, but that's a thing that I can share. That this thing that I can share right now, and then I probably will share it in another occasion. I think yeah, that's the answer. But yeah, thank you for asking that, Ricardo. Defang ikus nebemak how kara imirua hatete ba jovem sira em festeza lorong mundial saúde mental niam ba emahotu saida mag imnarua hakar hatto ba jovem sira ka ema sedet kona-ba saúde mental o kona-ba Hanoi sadet ma imnarua kara hatto.
Yo, I think seek help, talk to people.
Nice.
Kuliah ema, la bele, no. I mean, sometimes also we okar katu no, bele no, mabe sente kuliah, like reaching out ni important. No, yeah, ita moris na soalnya lagi kita coexist, kita los mesa, sente na seda, yeah, da rumah yeah, some people na be maka, halo jaitu lah dia, bebe emang barang mos dia jaitu dia, right? There are a lot of people also are good people. There are some not nice people, but there are also a lot of good people. I think this world we need good people. We need more good people in this world. And then reach out and be nice to people. Be nice to yourself. I feel like nice to kuliah dia boho ne answer. Kuliah dia ko ne just be nicer. Be nicer to yourself. I feel like koko tu kuliah being nice ba itanya, being nice by myself.
Thank you so much, Ricardo. That's so beautiful.
See, it's motivational now.
Ella.
Ya, koko atu hakuak oni vulnerabilidade. Tambah lagi maseluk maksebele rona no oni hanoing rasik. Koko atu hakuak all the weaknesses you have within you ne. Koko atu hakuak because at the end of the day, o rasik makse salva onyang. Even if you go to psychologist, no psychologist la bele salva o bahira ola koi salva onyang rasik. Tamanema ka iha maybe in this mental health month and to celebrate Saúde Mental, ausente importante maita hodi reconoce katak itamos ia weaknesses, itamos da rumah ia problema ia taniang rasik no la bele controla duni tani emoção, itania halo towards Emma, mabe koko tu hakuak idene tamba se quando o hakuak no reconoce katak buat ne existe união rasik, ou se atene hodi aprende, hodi buka solução, hodi koko tu improve onia ang in the follow ia lorong tu irmai gitu. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eva. Thank you for that beautiful ending. It was really nice. See, it came out motivational. It was really inspiring. Like both of you are really inspiring. It was so intriguing topic to talk about today. O in lorong ni hanesan topik ito kole topik importante no imnaroa inspira na no hatona lefong no hanueng no experiencia nebe ama diak tebes no espera kata Emma cerita tema hari itania video idene beda aprende buat balong husi itania podcast ohin lorong no atau tetere kata itania hanoing no buat nebe ma itania opinião nebe ma itato ohin lorong ne bele muda no tambah faktu mos muda tempo mos muda itania hanoing mos muda no idene la defini ita nyane rasik emane diverso emane na kono ho aspektu oing eman very complex so idene atu tau ya jovem ga emo ba ita hutu nebema asistika hare podcast idene jadi dari tahanan justu hamuto hane kol belung ela no Ricardo ame hato lorong lorong mundial saúde mentalnya baik tahotu kita lua take care of yourself no cuidar imian no sempre uso ajuda ka tahu punya saúde mentalnya ane sangat penting